Good morning. It's my pleasure to introduce Israel's National Security Advisor, Dr. Eyal Hulata. Before his current appointment, Dr. Hulata served in Israel's Mossad for 23 years. And I would just ask that you turn your attention to the screen for remarks from Dr. Hulata. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the invitation to speak at the Global Emerging Technology Summit Conference hosted by the Special Competitive Studies Project. As Israel's National Security Advisor, I value the opportunity to discuss the role technology plays in our national security and also how technology can further strengthen the strategic partnership between like-minded nations, and particularly between Israel and the United States. Israel finds itself in a unique reality. We are a liberal democracy in a region where, at any point in time, there are several actors operating against our very right to exist. From its first days, Israel has relied on innovation and technology for its survival and growth. David Ben-Gurion, Israel's first prime minister, said that the fact that Israel does not possess any natural resources is nothing short than a miracle. Instead, we needed to invest in our human resources. When I say natural resources, I don't necessarily mean oil. I also mean water. We developed advanced irrigation systems to grow crops in the desert and became one of the leading countries in the world in this field. This is how our nation implemented Ben-Gurion's vision to make the desert bloom. As our country grew in population, economy, and infrastructure, so did the role of innovation and technology. The quality of our technology sector and its capacity to create long-lasting industries is key for our country's economic resilience. Our economic growth makes us capable of affording our defensive needs over time. Moreover, our economic resilience influences our relationships in the region and around the world. It opens doors and opportunities that one can argue are as valuable as our military might. How does that look in numbers? Israel's economy has grown almost 8% in the last year, while the OECD has grown less than 1% on average. Our inflation is about 5% compared to roughly 10% in OECD. According to Forbes magazine, our GDP per capita in 2020 was above $43,000, and we made it to the prestigious list of top 20 countries in GDP per capita. 15% of our GDP comes from our high-tech sector. 2020 saw a record year with a total investment of $10.7 billion. 534 new startups were founded, and 16 unicorns have emerged. At present, our goal is to harness the innovation culture and entrepreneurial spirit of our society. That way, we can tackle the challenges of emerging technologies and forge a link between the Israeli innovation ecosystem to the growing global demand for sustainability solutions. Think about the potential contribution this could make to humanity's capability to mitigate climate crisis. What if similar efforts to those invested in developing algorithms for, let's say, targeted ads on social media, or to be invested in capturing carbon from the air? Imagine where we could be. The opportunities are endless, which is why Israel and our greatest ally, the United States, are putting a big emphasis on this area. During President Biden's visit to Israel in July this year, the US and Israel reaffirmed their commitment to taking the strategic partnership between our countries to a new height. We did this by launching the new strategic high-level dialogue on technology. We established a partnership on critical and emerging technologies such as AI and quantum computing, as well as solutions to global challenges, pandemic preparedness, climate change, and trusted technology ecosystems. This statement reflects our shared values and mutual interest, as well as putting the need to address them at the forefront of today's growing global challenges. The U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, who addressed you earlier today, and myself will lead in 2 weeks' time the first senior forum of this unique dialogue between U.S. and Israel. We intend to put an emphasis on formulating concrete deliverables and milestones so that the vast benefits of this process materialize as quickly and effectively as possible. Our vision is that Israel will be a leading partner of the US in emerging technologies. We believe it is an American interest as well as an Israeli one. Our joint pledge is to ensure that advanced technology continues to play a role in keeping our countries safe and our lives better. It is our commitment to ensure that cutting-edge technologies is not exploited to defeat the social fabric that was so essential to create it, but rather reinforce them. Freedom of thought and speech, the right to make mistakes and learn from them, the responsibility for the well-being of the other, and the sense of community. It is for us, in governments and administrations, to craft the policies needed for that. We will give tailwind to joint initiatives, create incentives for collaboration, and provide the resources as needed. We urge you, the scientists, entrepreneurs, and industrialists, to seize these opportunities and reach out to your counterparts. Together, we can achieve so much more. Thank you.